Yo, 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 yo. Big Kids back up in here. Oh, shucks. Oh, sucky, sucky now. Deleted is back. And he's destroying P. Diddy. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all please go pick up your copy of Street Dad, Geeky Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it. Uh-oh.
You ever been mind before?
I don't think so.
I'm mind you right now. Can you feel my dick in your mind?
Oh, what movie was this?
I can't really feel anything.
See, that's it. That's the art of it. I'm mind the shit out of you.
I think I need to make one thing clear on this channel before we begin. I don't give a what none of y'all think. I'ma just be honest with you. When y'all get mad at me and say, I'm unsubbing, okay, get your soft out of here.
Oh, so he only do this intro with the SIGG. Guy, I'm starting to catch on.
I don't get it. You can't cancel someone that don't care. When I see men typing that, I feel like you guys got girl hands. You old feminine hands.
Did Diddy do it?
Diddy did do it.
Damn it, what didn't Diddy do?
Diddy ain't beating these charges, man. He is cooked, done, out of here. Let's stop playing. This man's life is over. It's done. We knew this, but now we really know this. If you didn't know, you really know now. He's not fighting a case. He's booking a bunk. We're not in allegation mode anymore. We're not in that territory anymore. That allegation is out the window. We're in chapter 3 of the FBI documentary, and the narrator already said, little did he know we have all of this. It's honestly time.
Little Diddy
to start taking bets. What y'all got? I'll bet y'all right now. What you got? 15 years, 25, life plus community service in hell. I don't know, but I do know he's going somewhere. That man's Versace robes are getting turned into jumpsuits. Orange gonna be the new Ciroc.
Dang.
This man is not a mogul anymore. He's a mental case with money. You ever look at someone and think, yeah, there's zero empathy in there? Yep, that's Diddy. That is Diddy. That is Sean Diddy Combs.
You hold all the power in your ass.
This man is a whole super villain. He's not just violent, he's strategically violent. He didn't lose control, he scheduled that bit. This man had trauma lined up like brunch plans, mimosa dates, Monday abuse, Tuesday gaslight, Wednesday club, Thursday beat down and bathrobe photo shoot. His mind operates like a serial killer's Pinterest board. This is untreated pathology with the Billboard chart. I was tripping when
There's something going on in his mind, y'all.
Treated pathology with the Billboard chart. I was tripping when Don Richard from Danity Kane admitted that she witnessed Diddy chasing Cassie around with a frying pan, trying to go upside her head with it. And then right after go to Don Richard and say, people go missing.
I'm you right now.
What? Sir, that is not a catchphrase. Multiple witnesses said this man casually dropped people go missing. Diddy, that is not a shade. That's a death threat with branding.
Right.
I know he knows that. I'm just saying he was getting a little too comfortable. He had his victims scared to blink. He had assistants documenting evil like it was payroll. This ain't a regular dude. This is a high-functioning psychopath. And it seems like his momentum wasn't music, it was malice. Diddy didn't just thrive. He fed off power imbalance. He controlled careers, phones, bodies, and lives. People didn't work for him, they survived under him. And that is cult leader psychology. This man had people moving like trauma-trained NPCs. Everybody whispering, everybody scared.
I knew he was mean from how I used to hear him talk to the making of the band. He used to curse at them. He used to talk to them like they wasn't nothing, man.
Nobody's gonna die.
Diddy's vibe wasn't just boss. It was more like if Pablo Escobar started a wellness brand. It was like if CVS Pharmacy was run by a dictator. Prescription drugs, no receipts, and you still leave traumatized.
Only a little bit of heroin in your ass.
And then the Cassie testimony.
Yo, what movie is this? Is this one of those, what is it called? I'm gonna think of the name. Like the same joint with Mike Tyson was in it with the lion and all of that. Pineapple Express. Is that movie? Let me know what movie that is. I think it's Pineapple Express or something like that.
It hit like a horror movie plot twist. It's not even confusing, it's frightening. Cassie didn't just say she was abused, she painted a picture of a psychological collapse. One minute it's violence, next it's weird sexual control. It was almost like Stockholm Syndrome got sponsored by Bad Boy Records. We're watching a woman describe decades of being molded, manipulated, and muted. That's not just trauma, that's a personality eraser. I keep hearing people yelling, but she stayed. And that part is a little confusing. Y'all act like y'all never heard of coercion. This ain't a messy ass breakup. This man was out here threatening to leak sex tapes on Christmas morning like it was a—
And you gotta think, he had her since she was 19.
Damn OnlyFans advent calendar, and saying he'd get rid of Cassie and Kid Cudi while chilling overseas. That's beyond petty. We're in horror film territory here. Now this is where it gets a little weird and tricky. Cassie's testimony is kind of giving iOS update. 1 second she's saying Diddy trafficked her, beat her, and used her like a same-day escort. But then right after that she's saying she was asking for it. She went from he hurt me to poured the apple juice in my mouth. Pause. We're talking about golden showers here in 4K. On purpose. She wanted it. She asked for it. And then she later reveals I love my past and goes right back to him the next day after getting allegedly raped. I'm like, what is going on here? It's confusing as hell. I don't know. I was getting a vibe like she was trying to throw a monkey wrench into the case, because the fact is Cassie didn't have a choice. She was legally forced to testify. A subpoena is a court order, not a polite request. If you get one, you're legally required to show up and speak under oath. That means you have to tell the truth, or you're risking a perjury charge. And from what it sounds like, he has a lot of people testifying that they seen this shit happen. So if she were to lie for him, it would be a crime. Skipping out, that could get you fined or arrested. So there was no skipping out of this shit. So if Cassie got subpoenaed, it wasn't optional. She was legally compelled to appear and testify whether she wanted to or not. So I'm not saying that she's sticking up for bruh. I'm not saying she didn't go through anything, but I wouldn't be shocked if she's trying to tell the truth but also say, but it was good. That could be Stockholm Syndrome, but it also can be they were really just in a toxic love situation. And is it good? No.
She did get paid $30 million. Was it $3 million or $30 million? One of them. That's a lot of money.
Of course not. But a lot of people love each other and do toxic shit. And we don't understand. Some people's relationships are just weird as hell. And it honestly could be a combination of both. It could be Stockholm Syndrome, and it could be because they had this toxic love relationship. But she is giving me that vibe. 1 minute she's saying, hey man, he did this, and this. And then she's like, but I asked for this, and that. And I like this, and that. Because how do you get grape and then ask for it the next day? And also she was saying that when she was doing the do with Diddy, her husband happened to FaceTime her. And that was some freaky ass shit. I said, oh wow, this is crazy.
I'm motherfucking you right now.
They all some freaks. What I learned is they just some freaks, man. They freaky with it. They freaky. This is the most freakiest trial I've ever seen. However, before we go full judgment mode, victims of abuse often have complex trauma responses. The love bombing, the power imbalance, the manipulation, it all messes with your reality. However, still, the back and forth got everybody watching this like, is this an indictment or a fan fiction novel? Because this is getting crazy. Hearing that her dude was watching Diddy clap her cheeks live on FaceTime, that right there threw me. I said, what is going on here? Then you got Cassie's mom walking into court. She wanted that demon arrested. Cassie's mom came with them receipts, literal photos of her daughter, black and blue, on Christmas Eve. And what did Diddy do? He invoiced her for 20 bands. Like he just hosted a spa weekend or something. This man used fear like a business model. People were borrowing money out of fear. And it's the fact that everybody knew. Don Richard basically said everybody knew. Everybody knew. Diddy wasn't low. He wasn't slick. He was loud as hell. Saying that his drug dealer had a brand, delivering ketamine, Plan B, and anxiety to the door like it was uber evil. Don Richard testified and said Usher even allegedly witnessed the beatdowns. And at this point, it's not a rumor, it's common knowledge.
Yeah, Usher was on a Howard Stern. Y'all go look up Usher with Howard Stern. Howard Stern was like, would you let your children go see Puffy? He was like, hell no. Tell you, I think Usher's traumatized as well.
He didn't hide the evil, he monetized it. It's crazy.
Nobody's gonna die.
So now Kid Cudi took the
Monetized
stand
the evil.
and basically said Diddy pulled a GTA mission over jealousy. We talking break-ins, firebomb, and a Marvel villain monologue. Like,
Yo.
what the actual
Yo.
fuck? Cudi said he had a little thing with Cassie. Nothing wild, just a brief little romance. Cute, flirty, normal shit. Until Diddy found out. Now, most people might have thrown a tantrum, blocked her number, go write some passive-aggressive tweets, posting subliminal Instagram stories, but not Mr. Love himself. Nah, Diddy allegedly decided to go full Scarface. So the first incident, Diddy allegedly pulled up to Cudi's house. Cudi says his house got broken into in 2011. Why? Because Cassie told him straight up, Diddy's mad. I gave him your address. He might come. Like, what? Did what? You told the final boss where the side character lived? Are you trying to get this man torched? Like, why would you do that? But wait, it gets worse. In 2012, somebody straight up threw a Molotov cocktail into Cudi's Porsche. Yes, a whole firebomb. And Cudi was like, yeah, Cassie did say Diddy threatened to blow up my car. So now his car is literally on fire, as if we're playing GTA 5 still, and he's out here traumatized. He said his poor dog's shaking in the corner. He done scared the dog. And Diddy somewhere walking into frame like Thanos with a champagne glass. And then apparently Diddy had the nerve to meet up with Cudi afterward and hit him with the most vague ass apology ever. Not sorry I blew up your whip. He didn't apologize for traumatizing his dog, but more like, yeah, you know, things happen. My bad. Kid Cudi said Diddy pulled up to their meeting looking like a full-blown Marvel supervillain. Cudi walks in and Diddy's just standing there with his hands behind his back, staring out the window like he's about to drop a monologue and launch a death ray. Bro thought he was Magneto. Cudi asked, did you blow up my Porsche? And Diddy, still in villain stance, hit him with, I don't know what you talking about. Yeah, that's crazy. He didn't deny it. This was damn near Thanos gaslighting Cudi over brunch. Diddy, you just turned this man's life into Mission Impossible. And you're out here standing there looking like Lex Luthor, acting like it's just a misunderstanding.
Hey, yo, you got to ask yourself, did they hang Wale over a balcony by his feet?
And then the defense team tried to get petty. They asked Cudi if Cassie played him since she ended up going back to Diddy. And Cudi would respond saying, yeah, basically. So dude got firebombed, had his house broken into, got psychologically terrorized by Diddy with a superiority complex, a man-child, and he still got curved in the end. This man lost the girl, the car, and probably his sanity. And yet Diddy's defense team really thought that was a flex. Like, see, she went back. It wasn't that serious. I don't know, man. She probably went back out of survival. And prosecutors are now using this whole thing to show how Diddy moves like a damn mafia boss. I mean, Kid Cudi was just trying to date in peace, and Diddy was out here auditioning for a villain role.
You're a victim.
You know what?
I told y'all, man. Hold on, let me finish this up. Hold on.
Damn mafia boss. I mean, Kid Cudi was just trying to date in peace, and Diddy was out here auditioning for a villain role.
You're a victim.
You know what? I can't even do a whole SIGG tape because we got to get a little serious on the last half of this real quick. I done bamboozled you guys. My bad. But on a serious note, and let's keep it lit. Based on what we saw in that hotel footage and everything Cassie has said, Diddy absolutely deserves to be arrested. Her testimony, the video, the trauma, it's all horrifying. And if that's what this trial was actually about, there'd be no debate. However, here's the issue. This federal trial isn't about his relationship with Cassie. It's about RICO charges, sex trafficking, and transporting women across state lines for prostitution. This is a federal criminal case, not a domestic.
My bad, y'all.
Violence case, and that matters because once you start bringing in unrelated behavior just to sway a jury's opinion, you're no longer arguing the law, you're manipulating perception, and that's a very dangerous road. Yes, prosecutors are legally allowed to introduce some past behavior if it helps prove a pattern relevant to the charges, especially in RICO cases where they have to show a criminal enterprise. But there's a line. If the trial starts focusing more
what I was about to say about the Kid Cudi situation, I believe he probably could have sent Cassie out to recruit Kid Cudi to join their little thing that they have. And if she don't return back with the guy, he's either gonna be mad with the guy or mad with her. This is wild.
Or on Cassie's personal relationship drama, then we're just watching a smear campaign, not a fair trial. And let's be real, this happens way too often to the regular black and brown defendants. And when I say regular, I mean people who are less powerful and don't got money. Because the moment you're labeled violent or scary, they bring up everything you've ever done to feed the narrative. It's almost like putting someone on trial for armed robbery, but then they go and roll out every tape, every high school fight you ever had in the 8th grade through 12th grade to convince the jury that you're a monster. Does it look bad? Sure, of course. Is it relevant to the charge at hand? Not really. But now the jury sees you as a monster, not a defendant with rights. And that's not just wrong, it's undemocratic. See, it's hard to explain because when you have someone like Diddy that this is happening to, you don't care. Of course, why would you? It's Diddy, he's a monster. He's done some horrible shit. However, it's important to shine a light on it because it's still a justice system. Trials are supposed to be based on evidence tied to specific charges, not vibes, not past mistakes, and not what the media already thinks about you. If we let that slide because he seems guilty anyway, we're literally setting the justice system on fire. And it won't stop with Diddy. That shit will spread. This trial is being publicized like a soap opera, and that's what makes it worse. The message that's being sent is that it's okay to throw in unrelated dirt if the person deserves it. That's not how democracy works. That's not how justice works. That's how black and brown people keep getting buried by bias in courtrooms, and it's always been that way. So again, if we were going off of Cassie's situation and this was a domestic case, throw his ass in there.
Yo, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. My cord keep acting up. It's almost for y'all. Go check it out on your own. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. He about to finish cooking up. But yeah, my cord, I got to get a different cord or something like that. This thing is acting up. Let me see if I can get through a couple more minutes.
Lock away the key. If Diddy committed the federal crimes he's actually being charged with, he should be convicted on those crimes. But we don't get to rewrite how the justice system works just because we hate this guy. Because once we start normalizing that kind of trial, nobody's rights are safe. They're not. They can get away with it with Diddy. They gonna get away with it with your ass. And that's where it can get a little tricky and a little scary. It honestly can fuck the whole case up because if I view it this way, we don't know how those jurors are viewing it. And if they take it like this too, that could free that man. They might be like, yeah, we don't know what's going on because y'all talking about domestic shit too much. And this isn't what this trial's about. Y'all gonna...
Oh. Y'all see what he putting down? Check it out.
End up seeing this man walk if they don't provide actual evidence about racketeering.
For the traffic part.
Sex trafficking, and transporting women. That means they need receipts of money, of paying for that cat, flying out that cat. They need actual receipts of running a crime organization. The RICO charges were invented for the Italian mob because they were never able to get the mob bosses because their hands were clean. That was their way of being able to arrest them for shit. So this whole trial is getting a little messy, and Cassie's testimonies may have done more harm than good. And when I say that, I mean this might help Diddy, believe it or not, because they're focused on the wrong shit. And the crazy thing is the feds is over here trying to take everything. I don't know about that. That's insane. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it lit. Diddy is evil as hell, but the way they're trying to seize his assets, they're moving like the money itself hit somebody, as if they had a motive, as if that this is what they wanted the whole entire time. It got me side-eyeing a little bit like, wait a damn minute.
Damn, bro. Link gonna be in the description. Big Cash signing out. I'm going, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man.